Hey guys, this is part 3, the last and final part of the function series. In this video, we'll be discussing the keyword return and scope. In the previous video, we discussed keyword arguments and positional arguments, so check out that video if you forgot what those arguments are. Let's get started. So first, we'll be discussing the keyword return. Functions can return values to users so that this value can be reused. When a value is returned, it's classified as a returned function value. And to return a value, you can use the keyword return. So this is the general syntax of the return keyword. So first off, you'll start by typing the function heading. After that, you'll type the return keyword, and after that, you'll just type whatever you want to return. For example, I'll define a function called age. This function will take no parameters. This function will print hello and return 2. After that, I'll create another function called age times 20, which will also have no parameters and will return 20 times the function age. Now I'll call and print both functions. We see that hello 2, hello 40 is printed. The reason this happens is because when you run the command return, it says 2 to the console, and when you call age, it brings 2 to the value of age. That's one reason why it doesn't print hello 20 times. Another reason is that we only printed hello. We didn't return it, and when you print something, the console prints it once and then forgets about it. We can't reuse this value. The reason why hello printed twice in this case instead of once is because we printed it once in the function age, and then we returned the age function called times 20. When you call the function again, it causes hello to print it again. In this example, we returned only one value, but we can also return multiple values by separating them with commas. For example, I'll create a function called division, which will take two parameters called num1 and num2. This function will create two variables called num1 division and num2 division. I'll set num1 division equal to num2 divided by num1, and I'll set num2 division equal to num1 divided by num2. And then I'll return num2 division and num1 division. That's basically how you would return two values separated by commas. That's pretty much it. Another thing to remember is that the function is quit when the return statement is executed. The return statement saves the value to the console and then quits the function. Any code after a return statement in a function will not be executed. For example, if I create two return statements, one for num2 division and one for num1 division, the second return statement wouldn't run. And I'll also call this function. As you can see here, it only provides one value instead of two. Now let's discuss scope. Let's take another look at this function. In this function, I created two variables, which are num2 division and num1 division. What would happen if I try to print num1 division outside of the function? I'll get a name error because num1 division is not defined. This is because num1 division has only been defined inside the function, so it's not existent outside of this function. The scope of a variable is defined as the area in which a command, variable, or any code exists. So the scope of num1 division would be the function division. However, variables that were defined outside of the function can still be used inside the function. For example, if I create a variable called num3 and set it equal to 5 and then print it inside the function, it will not give us a name error, it'll print 5. So let's try that out and see what happens. As you can see, it printed 5 and didn't give us a name error. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Bye!